I just need one. Hey y'all, just a reminder that today is the last day to register for the Straight Up Fishing Fall Classic. So if you want to fish my online tournament, go to my website, shopblat.com.
Hey.
Tell them to go to shopblat.com.
Poopy.
And they do this every time I pull the camera out. They always act like they have something to say. Yeah, nothing else to say otherwise, but when I pull out the camera, they always got something to say. So yeah, go to shopblat.com and register for my online tournament. Today is the last day that you can register and be in the Fall Straight Up Fishing Classic. All right, go do that. Now let's talk about these brush piles. I was talking to one of my buddies this morning. We were having this discussion about brush pile fishing and whether that, I'm on the fence about brush pile, like planting brush piles. Hold on. I'm on the fence about it because for serious tournament anglers that are trying to move their way up the ladder, I'm on the fence about, does that really help you get better or not? Not on the fence about it's legal where I live. People do it. Nothing against it. What I'm talking about is if you're looking to move up the ladder of fishing, it's planting brush piles. Is that something that's going to help you? There's a couple perspectives that I think you should think about when it comes to planting brush piles. Keep in mind on this discussion, I am not debating if it's legal or if you should or shouldn't do it for your tournaments. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a 19, 20-year-old kid, 16-year-old kid is like, hey, I want to be a professional fisherman. I want to start learning this craft of fishing. Is planting brush piles creating like a false positive for you? Is it? I think there's a couple perspectives. In one sense, I would say yes, it does, because you are essentially creating habitat. You know where it's at. You got a waypoint on it. You didn't find it. You just planted it. You go back to it, see if there's fish there, and you move on. I think that does cut out a lot of the work to actually finding fish. You won't be able to go to, let's say, you won't be able to go to Lake Champlain and plant brush piles for the pro circuit tournament that you're gonna have there. You won't be able to go to the Mississippi River and start planting brush piles and win that tournament. So in a sense, I do feel like you might shortcut it. I feel like it might not help you. All right, then there's also a different perspective. So if you put out these brush piles, you are essentially going to start to build some confidence in offshore fishing. You're going to start to build some confidence in your electronics. And so maybe that does help you. So now when you do go to Tennessee River impoundments, you're very comfortable with your electronics. You're comfortable in fishing offshore and noticing what fish look like on your graph and learning how to use your mapping and learning how fish relate to structure. Maybe that does help you. What was the other perspective? Other perspective is just downright money. When you're fishing locally, you don't win a lot of money in these tournaments. And so let's say you do have a 2-day club tournament like your classic at the end of the year and you want to win it and it pays like $5,000. Do you need that $5,000? You might need to go plant some brush piles, Ralph. You know what I'm saying? So, dude, there's a lot of different perspectives to think about when it comes to planting brush piles. Keep in mind, this discussion is not about if it's legal, if it's not. It's legal. Where I live, South Carolina, you can plant all brush piles every day, all day, as much as you want to. You can make a business out of it if you want to. You just can't use the structure around the lake. You can bring structure to the lake and put it in there. But this discussion, make sure you keep it in the rails. This discussion is about, is it helping you as an angler to plant brush piles? I think it's a couple different perspectives. In a sense, I would say maybe it kind of hinders you a little bit. Then there's also two other perspectives where it absolutely helps you. If you can win more money, that's helping you. That'll give you money to get to the next tournament or to fix your boat or to buy more electronics or to buy what you need. So that helps. And then becoming confident in that stuff is definitely probably would help you in some places. But it's definitely, I think there's a teeter-totter in there where you can go overboard with it and it might hurt you, because you're not going to be able to do that on a pro level. You're not going to be able to go places and fish offshore. You're going to have to learn how to apply techniques in a bunch of different scenarios. So what do y'all think about it? Playing brush piles, is it helping or hurting you as an angler? Become a professional angler. Is that going to help or hurt?